In the heart of the 13th century, a land of shadows and whispers lay waiting. This was Anatolia, a mosaic of shattered kingdoms and struggling tribes, living under the constant threat of Mongol dominion and Byzantine decline. The air was thick with uncertainty, the future a fog-draped mountain peak. Yet, from these fractured lands, a new fire was about to be kindled. A small tribe, the Kayu, led by a visionary chieftain named Ertuğrul, settled near the borders of the Byzantine Empire. They were warriors, nomads, driven by a deep sense of justice and faith, searching for a homeland, a place to finally set down their roots. Upon Ertuğrul's passing, his son Osman inherited not just his father's sword, but his dream. Osman was a man of extraordinary charisma and strategic genius. He looked upon the weary faces of his people, the crumbling castles on the horizon, and saw not an end, but a beginning. He saw a destiny waiting to be forged. It was a dream he had one night, of a great tree growing from his chest, its branches spreading to shelter the entire world. This was no mere dream. It was a divine prophecy, a call to build something that would last for ages. With a handful of loyal warriors, his Alps, Osman began to expand his small beylik, his principality. This was not a conquest of brute force alone. It was a mission of justice. He offered protection to the weak, fairness to the merchants, and respect to all faiths within his growing domain. People flocked to his banner, not out of fear, but out of hope. They saw in him a leader who could unite the fragmented Turkish tribes and challenge the mighty empires surrounding them. Each victory, from the capture of small forts to the strategic conquest of towns, was a stepping stone. The sound of his horses' hooves echoed through the valleys, a rhythm of a new era dawning. The battles were legendary. Imagine thousands of horsemen charging across the plains, their banners snapping in the wind, a sea of steel and courage. The clash of swords, the roar of warriors, the thunder of the Mater, the world's first military band, whose drums beat like the very heart of the army. These were not just soldiers. They were Ghazis, warriors for the faith, fueled by an unshakable belief in their cause. They faced larger, better-equipped armies, but they fought with a spirit that could not be broken. The Byzantine forces, once the masters of this land, began to falter, their defenses crumbling before this relentless new power rising from the east. From a small beylik to a burgeoning state, the foundations of an empire were laid. Key cities like Bilecik, Yenişehir, and eventually the strategic jewel of Bursa fell under Osman's control. Bursa became the first great Ottoman capital, a symbol of their permanence and ambition. It was a testament to their transformation from a nomadic tribe to the architects of a sophisticated state, complete with laws, institutions, and a vision for a global order. Osman's legacy was carried on by his son, Orhan, who continued the expansion, formalizing the army and creating the famed Janissary Corps, an elite fighting force that would become the terror of Europe. The seed planted by Osman grew into a mighty tree. His descendants, a line of brilliant sultans and warriors, would carry the banner of his dream across continents. They would push into Europe, cross the Balkans, and stand at the gates of Vienna. They would become masters of the Mediterranean and guardians of the holy cities. And in 1453, a pivotal moment in world history, Sultan Mehmed II, the conqueror, would achieve the ultimate prize, Constantinople. The ancient city, the heart of Eastern Christendom for 1,000 years, would become Istanbul, the capital of a vast, multi-ethnic, and powerful empire. The sun rises over the magnificent domes of Hagia Sophia, now a grand mosque, its minarets piercing the dawn sky. The Ottoman flag, a crescent and star against a sea of red, waves proudly over the city. A testament to faith, courage, and an unyielding will to shape destiny. From the dusty plains of Anatolia to the golden shores of the Bosphorus, this was the dawn of a new age. This was the rise of the Ottomans. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you were captivated by this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more epic tales from our past. See you in the next video.